How are we doing, everyone? Hope you're all well. Hope you've all had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm out today making the New Year's Day special. It is Monday the 22nd of December. If I don't make it today, I'm not going to get a chance. So I've actually made it before Christmas, let alone the bloody New Year. But never mind. Let me spin you around, show you where I am, what we're going to sort of do. It's going to be a bit of a mixture, this one. We're going to fish 2 lakes, a few different tactics. I've got a few different baits, etc. to try out. It's just going to be a general fishing vlog, this one. No viewer requests, none of this business. We're just going to do a bit of fishing and see how we get on. So let me spin you around, show you where we're starting, talk you through what's happening, and let's get on with it. So we're going to start on the old lake in the stump peg. Good old faithful stump peg, just so we can get a fish or two. You know, it's been a while since I've caught anything. It's been a while since I've even been out. You know, so it'd be nice to just get a bend in the rod. So that's what this is about. I've got that far, 2 nets and a mat set up. I'm going to show you, even though we're staying here not for, well, probably the morning, that bag was nearly full. That holds just under 3 kilo. So I've just put 2 kilo of 15mm trick net out. I know it sounds ridiculous and excessive. I'm on here for a morning, but there is a few people here. And you know what, the fish will have all pushed up this end. There'll be a big head of fish out in front of me. And they do eat bait. They respond well to baiting. I've said it multiple times. Put bait in. If you come here, put bait in. Don't just put bloody bags out, sticks out, chuck some bloody freebies out, because you will have a better session. Hopefully that's going to get shown in this video. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's why we've got 2 flying rats sitting on the water out there. It's just got to that stage of lightness now where they can see them going in. That's why I've stopped. I would have put the whole 3 kilo and it wouldn't have bothered me, but the fact that they're going to get half of it and they're not having it, we'll save that and we'll chuck it in the long lake later on. But for now, I'm going to get some rods set up. We'll go through the first sort of tactic. We're going to switch around, can try a few different things out. I've got some stuff David to give me to have a go with, so we'll see what that's like. We'll just see how many we can catch. That's the aim. How many can we get by dinner time? Right, I'll see you when the kit's all set up. It's slowly becoming light. It's a bit of a dull start. It's gone 8 o'clock already, and it's not going to be a bright day today. It's meant to be overcast, which is good. I've got some rods sort of semi set up to go. I'm just going to take you through the rod setups, and then we can get one rod in, because that one there is ready to cast in. So rod setup is, the main line has changed. It's not the long chuck tapered main line anymore. I used it last time, chopped the tapered bit off it and used it for my zigging. I found it is very twisty. I didn't really get on too well with it, so that's gone. And I've put on the old KORDA 15 pound subline. So yeah, plenty strong enough for whatever I'm doing. In between having the long chuck on and the subline, I actually spooled up with Fox Exocet Pro in 18 pound. And being honest, I found it to be the worst line I've ever used. I wasn't even willing to turn up and use it. I spooled it back off, threw it in the bin. It's terrible. Really, really weak. For 18 pound, you can snap it in your hands. So yeah, if you're looking for strong line, that definitely ain't the one. So we're on 15 pound subline. Length for the dark matte tungsten tubing. Down to the running sleeve as always. But this one has got a 2-ounce gripper lead. There's a reason for that, as you'll see shortly. And the PVA bag swivel. So we're going to be putting paste and a PVA bag on that one. Down on this one, it's the same again. Dark matte tungsten tube in the running sleeve. 2-ounce gripper. But this time it's got the size 8 quick change swivel. So this is just going to have paste and maybe a stringer, something like that. Or might even be a single, I don't know yet. So that's going to be fished that way. Over here, on this rod that's now about to go in, again, dark matte tungsten tubing, subline, 3-ounce swivel distance lead, run sleeve. But you'll see already, I know what you're thinking. Yes, yellow. Right, we're putting a hinge out. But David's rolled me some of these bad boys up. And I've asked him to off roll them. What I mean by that is, I said, try and make them not too round. I said, just like misshape them a bit. Bit of an odd request, but yeah, that was something I've asked him to do, which he seems to have done. They're still pretty bloody round, to be fair, but yeah, that's a new flavour. He said I've had to do it in yellow because of the flavourings that's in it and etc. It suits the colour. So we're going to put a yellow hinge out there, just a single roamer. That's going to get moved around as we go on. Like I say, all around that whole area, like I say, there's roughly 2 kilo 15mm trick nut gone out there. So we're going to do match the hatch on one rod. We're going to do a tipped one on the bag rod. And then this one's going to be yellow hinge. So anyway, enough bloody waffling. Let's get some rods out and let's get on with it. So I have already tested this hinge in the edge. I've already sharpened the hook up. I'm giving this rig the best possible chance I can give it, even though I think it's going to fail. But I'm going to give it till 10 o'clock. It's going to get 2 hours on that hinge. If it hasn't gone, it hasn't gone. Hopefully, though, it will have done. So I've never caught on a yellow pop-up in this lake. So, come on, let today be the day. Cool, we've got one rod out on a yellow hinge that I have no faith in whatsoever, but who knows? Today could be the day we could have 6 20s on it. I don't think so either, do you? Never mind. Right, middle rod, we're getting that prepared now. What I'm doing on that one is, I've got the old flip rig that I've been using quite a bit, to be fair. That's £20 end trap soft, down to a little, I think it's a size 5 claw hook. The hook bait is one of these. If I'm honest, I can't actually read what's on the pot. To me, it says 14mm salt and knot. Okay, I don't know what that is, but whatever they are in there, I don't actually know what they are. He said just try them, see how you get on with them. So they sort of complement the trick net. They do match quite well. I have put a tipper on this one purely because the hair was slightly too long, and that's one of the old Winter Spice good dumbbells. They're plum good, they're Winter Spice. You'll see them used quite a lot this winter. And then here's the old super duper paste. So all I'm going to do is hook that on, wrap some paste around the lead, and that's going in. I will show you it when it's finished before it goes in, but I'll get that sorted now and we'll get the middle rod out there. So this is the finished article. You can see the gripper lead. It's got a lovely blob of paste wrapped around it. There's the rig, no bag, no stick. It's pretty much as anti-tangle as you'll get, and that's just going to go out just 2/3 of the way across. I haven't baited to the far side. I've just baited sort of in the middle and just past the middle. So I don't want to be fishing right over the far edge, because we can use that for single bait fishing later if we need to. So let's get this one out there. That's 2 rods down, 1 left to go. So the left hand one, that's got the PVA bag swivel clip on it, hasn't it? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hooking a monstrous bag of the old pure cut pellets on that I've had for quite a while now. They're all mixed in there, different flavours and sizes, all gooed up from quite a few months back now. The rig, it's the flip rig, but it's a supple braid short rig. It's about 3.5 to 4 inches. Again, hook bait is one of those that I don't know what they are. That's to the little mud sleeve. That's what I clip on the hook link to the quick change swivel. I'll show you the rod when it's set anyway. We're going to be gluing the old bag up in the mussel flavoured sort of fluoro green glue, and then wrapping some paste around that lead. So super high track. So let me get that set up and I'll show you, and then we'll get that in. When the middle rod's away, look. There you go. It is only a small one, but I can show you the paste. That's still on there. I don't know if I can lift the net out and show you. It's only small, but... Where's... He's laid on the bloody lead, isn't he? The paste is still on the lead. Oh, it's not now. He's shuffled the paste off, look. It's in the back of the net in a ball. Never mind. Right. We'll get him sorted in a second. Shocker, the hinge hasn't gone. That's how far I'd got. Just talking you through that. Hadn't even done anything. Literally stopped the phone. Bang, rod was away. So that's number one. Let me get him out. Get him unhooked, treated. We'll get him back and then we'll get going again. So like I say, he is only a small one, but he's the first bite. And here's the old rig. Still got the paste on it, you know, done the business. I'm going to reuse that paste and all, just because I'm tight. He has been treated. Let me just stand that back and put my lid back on. Stay there. Right, let's get this one back. Thank you, Mr. Carp. It's been a while since I've caught one of you. Right, let's put him back. Come on then, mate, out you come. Off you go. Cool stuff, number one. What I'll actually do is I'm just going to fling that straight back out there. I won't bother filming me cast it. I'll just chuck it back out, get that rod setup I was talking about. We'll get that one in there, and then we'll get the kettle on if we don't get another take. But yeah, look at this. So take you down here, look. Exactly where it is. I doubt that's going to move the entire bloody morning. Never mind. Right, I'll see you shortly. So the middle rod is back out there now. Just flung it straight back out. Hook was sharp. Same pace, same everything. This one's now set to go in, all bar the goo, which I'm going to put on in a minute. Wrap some paste around the lead. Why wouldn't you? If you got it, use it. More attraction, the better. Monstrous bag there. Hook bait. The hair won't tangle because the point's not come back out of the bag, so it can bash against it, but it can't tangle. So that's why I've done it that way. I'm going to goo it up. We'll get that out there, and I think it's time to get the kettle on. It's quite handy having the old stump there just to rest on. Open that up. Let's give it a good old... Oh, it's like bloody Hulk. Good dousing of that. Happy days. Nice. Right then, all three are now out fishing. I'd pay attention to the left and middle rod. I probably wouldn't pay much attention to this closest one because I think that's all it's going to do is what it's doing now, but you never know. I'm going to get the kettle on now, leave you watching the rods. Let's see how long it is till we get fish number two, but it just shows even over 2 kilo of bait that's gone out there half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, I've had a quick instant bite. So it does show they've got the reds down and they are feeding. So I expect a few more this morning. Anyway, enough waffling, it's time for that kettle. Don't believe it, the hinge is gone. Can you believe that? Well, I'll eat my words. Well done, David, you've made a yellow popper I can catch on. All I need to know now is what it bloody is. Should be a half decent one, I know, because I can't imagine the smaller ones can get that in their mouth, but you never know. It's holding like a decent fish, to be fair. And then all of a sudden it feels lighter. Yeah, it's coming in a lot easier now. Unless it's just waddling towards me and it's about 40 pounds. Be nice, wouldn't it? Right, you're definitely not 40 pounds. It is a good fish though. Just seen it. That's the thing, using the hinge, you eliminate a lot of the small stuff because they can't get it in the mouth. Yeah, come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Nice. Yeah, that's a better one. Definitely a better one. Might be a 20 that. So we just got this out. Mate Christian's here, just giving me a hand. Just want to uncover that and show you. Yellow hinge, absolutely nailed in the bottom lip. Happy days. So I'll put you back on the stand and we'll have a proper look at him, but it's a good fish. Check it out. $18.5, it's the biggest one I've had out of here for a while. First one on the yellow hinge as well. Happy days. Right. So as you can see, this fella's not going to take no getting back at all. First one on the yellow hinge. Get it. Beautiful fish. Thought that was going to go 20, it looked it, but never mind. If you'd have had your Christmas dinner, you might have gone. Go on then, mate, off you go. Cool, happy days. I've just got one, literally the middle one back out. Haven't moved the hinge rod, was just PVAing up the left-hand rod to go, so I thought I'll sling the middle one back out. It's gone again, straight over the top of that bait. It's the third, well, the second fish off the bait in less than 40 minutes. And the bloke next door to me, I think he's had 5, so it's obviously fishing its head up today, which is good. So we might get the other kilo of bait in a minute. It's not as big as the last fish, I can tell you that for nothing, but it's another fish. And I've got a cameraman, free of charge as well, no bill going in. Coffee, that's it, that's payment. Another coffee, Christian, how's that sound?
Sounds good.
That's good. That wet. I reckon this one's about £5 at the most. Yeah, it's not even bottom in the rod, is it? Come on, you scatty little thing, get in there. I'll be honest though, them claw hooks, you know, they don't have, when they go in, they do hold. You can put quite a lot of pressure on them. They've got a really good secure hook hold. He says as it goes ping any second. Come on, let's have a look at you. You're not even £5. Got the paste is still on the lead, look. Hasn't even a chance to get the paste off. Nice dark brown one though, isn't it?
Lovely colour on that.
It's ever so brown. Look at that. Look at the colours on that.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. Nice. Go.
So this one, look at the colours on this. And it's bigger than £5. You're about 9-ish. Look at the colours of that. How dark that is. It's got like, don't know, purples and reds and wow, what an awesome fish. Right mate, should we get you back? Let's just where's my treatment? Let's just give you a bit on my hold. See where it was. It was there. Let's put you a bit in there. Right then. Wow, what a step. Look at that though. Do you know what, if that was £30 you'd have people travelling the country for that, wouldn't you?
Without a doubt, that is
100%,
stunning.
mega looking fish. Right then mate, let's put them back. Happy days. Yeah, you're ready. Cool stuff. Nice one mate, thank you. Cheers all, finally got a coffee. No rods are out, just put some more bait out, hence why the flying rats are squawking. I'm gonna have a quick coffee, quick catch up with Christian, then we'll get back to it. But so far we're 3 fish in and it's not even 9 o'clock, so happy days. See you in a bit. Now that's coffee break over. What we're gonna do on the middle rod, I'm actually gonna swap it over now and just put a straight at the pot, whatever these are called. Can't remember what they're called now, them. 14mm salt and knot, whatever it's called. We're just going to go straight with one of those. Match the hatch, well, pretty much match the hatch over the better trick nut that's out there. I have put some more out as well, hence why you've got one goal there, you've got one sitting over there. There's about 1/3 of a kilo left out of 3 kilos. So yeah, quite a lot's gone out there, but the fish are eating. So we're just going to put that out just on the middle rod with the paste around the lead. That's it, no tipper, no nothing. So that's what will be on the middle rod next time you see it. So the hinge rod is about to go back out, but you'll see it's no longer yellow, it's pink. I've put a real aggressive curve in that as well. That's a wafter. So I'm going to be fishing a pink wafter on a hinge rig. A lot of people say it don't work. Trust me, if something picks that up, you'll see another fish on the bank. That's going to go back out over there where we had the common, and the middle rod's away. So let me pass that to Christian. Let's hang this down. Just happening, isn't it? It's happening today again, and that's the match the hatch one. So either the magical paste is doing something, or the magical hook bait is doing something, or there's just a shitload of fish that are feeding out there. I think number 3, the more realistic one. You never know. That's not a big one either. Could be a power lifting roach, you never know. What number is this? 4? Is it the 4th?
3.
3. No, I had one before you got it.
All right.
I had a small one before you got here. So I had that common, that dark one.
Right.
Small one that you haven't seen, and then this one, so it's 4.
Nice.
I've got to remember how many it is, because the idea is to catch as many as you can.
Aha.
So you kind of need to remember how many you've caught. Go on. That bloody, who is it? What was that whale that jumped over the wall to escape? Was it Flipper?
That's a dolphin, wasn't it? I think it was
Dolphin,
Willie.
what the hell it was.
Free Willie?
That's it, Free Willy. That's what he just did, just come jumping out. And that paste is still on that ledge, you know.
Yeah.
That's 3 fish I've had on the same bit of paste. Value for money, isn't it? Come here, you crazy. No, it's still there, it's still the same paste. So, that's number 4. While you've got the camera, just keep hold it, I can actually show this now. So that's what's going out, pink wafter on a hinge setup. So we'll chuck that out and then we'll sort that fish out. So this is number 4 going back in. I've just stood on my pace, so I'm going to have to repair that now and put a fresh bit on. It's probably, I don't know, £5–6, something like that. Full of energy, it's gone. So that one out there now, it's got the pink wafter on the hinge. Like I say, I'm quite confident that one will go. We've only got 1 rod in again, struggling to keep 3 rods in, even with all that bait on there. So it just shows if you come here, put some bloody bait in. Now we've had 3 fish on that middle rod on a very similar setup. What I'm going to do is I'll wrap some paste around the lead. I'm still going to go with a flip rig, but you'll see I've got a quick change clip that I've managed to sort of, I've hooked the braid of the hair over the hook point and come back. So I've made like a loop, and what I'm going to do is I'm using that quick clip there to mould some paste around. So we're just going to fish paste as a hook bait itself, you know, nothing other than paste. So if we catch one, it means they've eaten the paste. So I'm going to get that wrapped, I'll show you, and we'll get it out there. So that's the end result. Ball of paste, I may have made that slightly too big, but we'll see. But that's what's going to go out there, see if we can catch a carp just on the paste. Against my better judgment, Christine said I'd do a test cast. We're not doing that. This is a first time take, so either the paste comes flying off on the cast or it goes out, because it's only fair. I'll show you what happened. Stayed on. Landed nice. So now finally managed to get 3 rods out, which, yeah, that hasn't happened since the start of the video so far. I'll just take the time as always to say to you, thank you very much for supporting the channel in whatever way that you are. It really is appreciated, and it really does mean a lot. This was like my first sort of proper year having a go at this, and it seems to have gone really well. Subscriptions have gone up, like they just keep climbing, and that's down to you lot pressing the old subscribe button. So if you have, thank you very much. If you haven't, please consider it. It is free, there's no contract. You just press subscribe. It helps other people discover my channel. Hopefully they press subscribe as well, and it grows and grows and grows. So if you do choose to do that, or you already have, honestly, thank you very much. If you don't want to, for whatever reason, maybe give the video a thumbs up or comment every now and then. That really does help as well. But also, if you just want to like tune in, watch what I get up to, etc., you're still supporting me by giving me the view that way. So whatever way that you do support me, honestly, from me, thank you very much, and all the best for 2026. Coffee's been made again. It's half an hour on since I put that middle rod in. Oh, hang on, off we go. Let me put you down on the stand. Good old East Coast. I was halfway through a clip, which I might chuck in or might not chuck in. Got a take, put you on the camera stand, obviously press stop, so you didn't see the fight. But in here we have number 5. Another little common in there. Probably, I don't know, 7 poundish, something like that. That was on the left-hand rod. That was the PVA bag with the green goo. What we've got is, up there's 2 lads just turned up, and they're fishing out where my right hand rod is. So I need to quickly wind that in, then we'll get the fish out and treat it. He's all safe in there. I've got a tent peg down there that I found on the floor here, funnily enough. So yeah, that was yours. Thank you very much. I'm making use of that. He can sit there. I'm going to pull this rod in. Instead of, I considered throwing it right to the far side, but all I'm going to do is cut off them from getting the fish moved down there, which, yeah, you don't want to do that. There's no need for that, is there? So I'm actually going to put this right hand rod fished fairly close to the middle one out on that bar. Same rig, same setup, same everything. All I'm doing is moving it because someone's turned up in that peg there now. So I'll get that sorted, then we'll have a look at the fish. But yeah, I was saying, coffee's on. Oh yes, that's the goo we just used, that green lip mussel stuff. So we can change and use a different one next time. So the right hand rod has been moved. It's heading over there now. So it's probably fished about 10 yards away from the middle. Still on the baited spot. And then here, this little one's going back. I've got to be careful, I've got wet hands so I don't drop my bloody phone in. But yeah, there's another one. That's number 5 now going back. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to carry on exactly how we did with this. All I'm going to do is try a different flavoured goo now. I'm not sure which. I'll show you before I put it on. We'll get it back out there. So I've decided we're going in with the same setup again, the PVA bag swivel, the short hook link, but I've actually wrapped paste around this one. I've done exactly the same, doubled the hair over, put one of those quick change clips. I can think of something better, but I haven't got any, a little spring or something, it would mould the paste around better. But it's seeming to do all right on this at the moment. So we're going to do that. I'm going to hook it in that bag, like so. So that's going to be on there. And then goo-wise, this is a new one. It's not out yet, I don't think. Sweet Nut. So it's a white goo as well. So I have shaken it. Let's give it a good old push it down on me little towel. Let's load that up. So Sweet Nut goo and the paste as a hook bait. That's what's going out. I've still got the same bit of paste left on the lead. That isn't all I've got left. I have got more paste, but I'm being tight. So let's get this one out there and see what happens. So we've got 3 rods back out again now. Like I say, the right hand rod I have moved closer to the middle rod. I haven't gone any further out. I don't need to. That's where the fish are. That's where the bait's gone. If I put one to the far side, fished as a single, all I'm then going to do is cut the 2 lads off that have jumped in beside me and stop the fish moving into their area and maybe cost them getting fish, which there's no need for that. You know, there's loads of fish in here. There's enough for everyone. There's plenty to go around. So I'll keep it in the middle, leave the fish a safe zone over that way where they can move up and down, and hopefully everybody gets some action. Content, while I think about it, up to Christmas Day, there's been very little in December. I've just been so busy with work, I've not been able to get out. January, unfortunately, is going to be the same. I'm fully booked, you know. If I get on the bank 4 times in January, I'll be amazed, you know. So just appreciate there's going to be a really, really quiet period of content through January, unfortunately. I've made sure you've had a Christmas Day and Boxing Day one. This I'm making today for you, New Year's Day one. I need to get a barbel one done in January. And if I can get back on my syndicate for a night or down here for a day or something, I will do. But it really is looking difficult to get out. So apologies, you haven't got much to watch. When I can get out, I will do. And yeah, just thanks for sticking with it. But from February onwards, things will change. It's going to pick up. The content will pick up again. My work's going to slow down and we're going to be out on the bank a lot more often. So you lot will have videos to watch. But for now, I'm going to carry on making this one. I just wanted to drop in this vid in case you wasn't aware. It has slowed down. It will speed up again after January. So yeah, nice one. Anyway, back to the fishing. Now the middle rod's just banged and the line has come a little bit slack. It's not pulled out the clip, but I'm going to put you on the camera stand just in case. Because I'm going to pick it up and see if there's anything there. And let's see if there is actually a fish on. Oh. No. There's no paste and no hook bait either. It's actually come off the lead this time as well, so I'm going to freshly wrap everything and we'll go again. There we go, re-wrapped, paste as a hook bait again. We'll get it back out there and we'll give it an hour. Excuse the rats in the background, that's it, all gone. All 3 kilos gone out there now, or just under 3 kilos. It's just gone 10 o'clock, so yeah, excessive heavy baiting for the winter, but the fish in here, they respond well to it. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, put some bloody bait in if you come here. So we're going to have a tactical change because nothing's happened on the bottom now for a good 45 minutes, getting on nearly 50 minutes. Doesn't sound a long time, but in here it is. Something should have happened. We've swapped. I'm going to put a 4-foot black zig out. I am going to put some of that white goo on it as well, just so it's got some kind of attraction around it. And I'm going to fish the zig at the same range as what the bottom bait rods are. And then if I do get a bite on the zig, then I know they're not on the bottom, they've come up in the water. And we've got to switch all 3. But I think it's doubtful, to be honest, because I don't do too well on zigs. But black foam on the zig liner. I'll get a bit of goo, we'll see what happens. Quite sticky, that goo, you know. It's good. There you go, let's do it. You'll have to excuse the duck. couldn't have picked the worst time to do this, but the right hand one has now got the zig on. If that goes, then obviously I need to move the other two off the deck and come up in the water. But I think it's just a time of the morning where the feeding period sort of slowed right down. Nobody's catching now. Everyone's sort of looking at the lake now, nothing happening. I don't think it's anything to do with putting the paste on at all. Just think it's that time, so we'll just sit it out. We've got about an hour and a half left. Hopefully one of the bottom bait rods goes, but if not, yeah, we may have to reconsider and change tactics again. So while I've got a quick break in the chainsaw action that's happening over there, someone's just come to cut some trees down. Little update on the rods. Do you know what? Nothing's happened at all. Up in the water, on the deck. I've been looking around. Lads to my right. There's two lads gone down to my right. They've had nothing. There's a bloke to my left just up there and another bloke. They've had nothing. Person over in the graveyard swim, I think he has had one. But between us all, there's been one fish out in an hour, which for here, the way they were feeding first thing this morning, yeah, it's you can tell it's moulded up quite a lot. I'm back down to Crocs and joggers for a minute, but the weather is due to come in quite cold from tonight onwards. So yeah, are they having a bit of a feed up ready for that? Do they know what's coming? I guess so. But for now, feed up. We're having a burn up. We're gonna have some of these, look. And before you say, hang on mate, they're out of date, remember it's the 22nd of December today. Kingfisher is over there. He's flying along the water. Look, where is he? Can hear him. Yeah, he's gone back out. He's been along the lake and gone back out. He's had a look and thought, no, I'm off. So, food-wise, pork, 4 pork barbers, coastal, cheddar and confit onion sausages. It's a bit posh in it for a bloody sausage, but yeah, we're having 4 of them. I'll see you when they're burnt. Check out these little babies burning away nicely. 4 of them. So that'll keep you burn addicts happy. So hopefully you don't give me any shit. Be patient. They're nowhere near ready yet, as I'm sure you're aware. I'll just point out as well, Christian's no longer here. So I'm not being tight by not giving him a sausage. He ain't here. He's gone Christmas shopping today. Madness. Braver man than me. But again, thank you very much for your help, mate. Really was appreciated that. Hopefully it's made some sort of nice fish footage for a change, because I sometimes get that bit wrong, then I end up with no head or half the bloody fish missing or something. But it is what it is. But we're going to carry on burning them. It's only 11:30. My plan was to fish here till midday, go over there, have a couple of hours on there to sort of like make it 2 lakes in one vlog, and then do a secondary little video that I could put out before Christmas Day, just letting everybody know that you're going to have a Christmas Day vid, a Boxing Day vid, this video. Obviously watching this you might have already seen the Christmas Day and Boxing Day one, but whilst I'm making this, like I say, we're only the 22nd of December. But I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might give this another extra hour here, bring one rod in off the paste, swap it for a solid bag approach and go back out on that, because the lake has just switched off, you know. I'm looking around, nobody's doing anything. Everyone's sort of like recasting, re-putting rigs out, trying different things. Nothing seems to be working. Going over on that long lake, that's a lot more difficult than this one. If this one's shut down, the chances are that one has. I don't know. I've even gone with a 4-foot zig, you know. Doesn't look ziggy at all, does it? I know that. But nothing's happening on the bottom. So I'm going to get my burning done, show you the end result. We'll bring a rod in, we'll swap it for a solid bag, put it back out, fresh paste up the other rod, and we'll give it till 1 o'clock and see where we are from there, because I don't want to go put the last section of this vlog as a blank. Like I say, the gentleman over there now, he's just wound a rod in ready to re-chuck it. Again, it's yeah, what can you do? Anyway, I'll see you shortly with some food. Wow, not a lot has happened. Baguette's done though. I can only fit 2 of those sausages in. Haven't had a baguette for a while, so I'm probably going to pay a price for that later, because I don't eat bread these days. But it's a New Year's Day special, so yeah, come on, treat myself to some stomach punishment. Still got 2 sausages left as well, so they'll be getting done. I'm going to tuck into these, then we're going to have a rethink what to do on those rods, because the temperature is starting to plummet now. So don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but if any of you have been out during Christmas New Year period, fair play to you, because it looks horrific. The forecast that I'm looking at now looks terrible, so hopefully you've done well if you have braved the elements, because it ain't going to be pleasant. Or it hasn't been pleasant. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm not putting this out till the next year. Never mind. Right, I'm going to bug off and eat my dinner, and I'll come back with a plan what we're going to do this afternoon. Well, the burn up, I can tell you, was very nice, but like I say, my stomach's going to be playing me up for having that bloody bread. But never mind what greed does for you. Sun's starting to come out now, which isn't ideal, because I'm going to go back to I'm probably going to swap that zig back to a bottom bait rod, to be honest. Middle rod, I've brought it in. We're having a change of tactic. Well, sort of a change of tactic. Still got the old paste wrapped around the lead. Rig has changed. That's the dark matter supple braid on a Ronnie. And on the Ronnie, we have a little ball of paste. Underneath that ball of paste, there is a piece of plastic sweet corn. It's not going to be on show. It's not going to play any part whether the fish takes the bait or not, because there's no smell to it, there's no visual to it. We've got the PVA bag. I've hooked it on so I can get away doing that with the Ronnie. This one, my plum goo had leaked, as you can see, white stained pink. It will still melt, but that's covered in the sweet nut goo. So that's going to go on the middle rod. Like I say, the right hand one, I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to set it up for a solid bag presentation. We're going to try some kind of solid bag setup. And then the left hand rod, I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to swap all three. You know, we're going to stay on here. We're not going to move over there. We're going to stay on here because I reckon there's another bite in this video yet, at least. I'm hoping there's more than one, but yeah. I'm just happy I've caught on a yellow hinge. Didn't expect that today, so happy days. Anyway, let me get the rod out and then I'll show you what's happening on the right hand one. Rod is in. I have re-rigged it. We've gone back to the dark matte tungsten tubing, but on it we have a 1 ounce lead, the running sleeve, a 3-inch braided hook link on the size 8 quick change, but just with a small bit stopping that coming off. We have a hook link of about 3.5 inches of supple braid. That's the pink wafter bait I used earlier on the hinge, fished as a wafter. But what I've done is I've put a shot underneath it so it'll pin it down, so it'll just sit on top of the solid bag. In the solid bag, we're going to be using this one. I believe it's a new one. It's not been out, well, it's not available yet. It looks like it's sort of semi-separated, so there's obviously 2 different flavours and ingredients, sort of liquids in that, because you have to mix it. So I guess, let's give it a shake. Yeah, that's better. So you do have to shake that to mix those. So it shows there's 2 different things in that. I think it's, I don't even know what flavour is. I'm not even going to guess. I'm just going to pour it in and find out if it works or not. In my little bucket, this is my little dedicated Pure Cuts bucket. I've got 2mm sweet nut pellets. They're going to go in the old PVA bag. If you've never used PVA bags before, ESP, they're the best ones. I'm terrible at tying solid bags, but I can actually manage those ones, so you know they're good. And that's what's going to go on the right hand rod. That's set up in a solid bag with some of that yellow unnamed goo squirted in it, and we'll see if that can generate a bite, because as it stands, there's nothing happening on this lake at all. It's gone absolutely dead. So we need something to happen. So we're sticking with that as we are. Ronnie rig with the paste on, solid bag on that one. I ain't decided what's happening on that yet. We'll get this one up first and see how that goes. So there's my terribly tied solid bag. I'm actually going to show you the top of that. Yeah, if that makes it out in the lake, I'll be amazed. But I've pierced a hole in it with the goo head and absolutely loaded it. So loads of attraction in a really, really badly tied solid bag. Let's get it out there. Well, it did make it out there. I thought, you know, I'm not filming that one because it was a 50-50 whether it made it, but it did go out there. The 1 ounce lead, I'm just trying a light lead, you know, that's all. I'm just seeing if I can get away fishing a light lead, because we're fishing sort of semi-tight to the bag. I think when the fish picks the hook bait up and shakes his head, the tension of the line and the tip of the rod, that should bang the hook in. Don't really think the lead's playing that too big a part in it, you know. So that's a solid bag now on the right hand one. We've got the Ronnie on the big old sock with the paste wrap around the hook bait on the middle. We need to think what we're going to do on the left. I don't know. I might just bring it back in, check the paste, rewrap the paste again, and throw it out as a single with no bag. I know I've got a PVA bag swivel on it. It doesn't mean I need to put a PVA bag on it. I might just throw it out as a single. I'm going to do that. So we're going to rewrap the lead, rewrap the actual hair, and that's it. It's paste only. Actual fact, change of plan. I'm putting nothing around the lead, putting nothing on the swivel, just putting a blob of paste on. That's all that's going out there. That's better. We've had a bit of a burn up. We've got 3 rods back out. 2 are still fishing paste as hook baits. The other one in the solid bag. I'm just trying something to see if I can get away using a light lead in a solid bag. Seagulls are an absolute nuisance. Every time somebody stands up today, they're just flying around. So they've definitely got educated, because before you could put bait in here and they didn't really know what was going on. Now, and every time someone moves, they think, oh, it's feed time. I've got no bait left to put in. If I had more bait, would I put it in? Being honest, yeah, probably would. just to try generate something happening, because it just seems like you've got to do something to make it happen now when you shouldn't have to. The fish should still be feeding. I can't imagine they've cleared all that bait, but they could have done. If there was a big enough bulk of fish here, which I had 3 quick bites, you know, if there was a big bulk of fish here, the initial 2 kilo I put out, it sounds a lot of bait. It's really not. You know, it really isn't. They can soon get through that, especially when there's no other bait in the lake to feed on. And if the pack of fish was here, we could be sitting over very little bait or next to nothing. What I've put in could quite easily have gone, so I'd happily put another kilo out there now. As it stands, I haven't got it, so I can't do it. Hence the solid bag approach. A confined pocket of high track bait, hopefully just to generate a bite. And it'd be nice to see if a light lead plays a part, whether getting one or not getting one, you know. Solid bag in here works a treat, so I fully expect the right rod to go. Paste around the hook baits. I'm not being stubborn, I just want to catch one on it, because I've caught on it wrapped around an actual hook bait. I just want to catch on it as the hook bait, if that makes sense. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to give it another hour like I am before I change anything. Going to get the kettle on now, tidy up a bit, and just enjoy my time. You know, it's nice not to be rushing viewer request videos in. I've actually given this video the entire day. I was going to go over there, try to do a secondary video that I could get out before Christmas Day, just to say, look, this is what's happening. But nah, I'm enjoying myself. We'll have one video today, one nice long one for New Year's Day. So apologies, it could well hit the hour, who knows. Anyway, I'll see you shortly with something to report. Cheers all. Lost count which one this is of the vlog. Time is ticking on. We're nearly at 2 o'clock, you know. Temperature's plummeted. I'm back in boots, my winter suit, coffee's on, hat's on, and I'm not particularly warm. This east-northeasterly is moving in already. You can feel it, you know. It's I haven't done anything with the rods at all. I don't really know what to do, if I'm honest. I'm kind of scratching my head. I've sort of even packed my bucket away with all my bits and pieces I was going to try in, because, you know, I think those rods are going to stay static for the rest of this session, and I don't think if I change them anything's going to happen. A couple of people have packed up and gone home. They're just obviously bored of the inactivity. Like I say, this venue, it's full of fish. That's why people come here, to catch fish. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. The solid bag, it's just come slack. Hold on. Camera stands here. Let's try to put you on it. You're on it. Let's pull it tight, because the line has just come slack. Let's have a look. Absolutely nothing there. Nothing there, and that line was tight and it bounced. It come all slack, the bobbin dropped. Rig is intact. Oh yeah, look, that's, get out, that's sharp. So, the little lead, does it play a part? I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this back out just like that. No solid bag, I'm going to throw it back out and fish it as tight as I can get away with, and see if the little lead really does play a part. Because yeah, that's interesting. So we're back out there now. That rod's gone back on the same area. I have actually hooked one of the big PVA bags that I was using on the PVA swivel clip earlier, and I've laced it in the yellow goo. So I don't know what the flavour it is. I think it's a sort of Scopex kind of smell it has to me. I don't know. That's the kind of smell I get from it. I think, oh yeah, Scopex. So could be right, could be wrong, but it's gone back out there. It's fished not quite the same as the solid bag was, but it's the same sort of presentation. Pellets and the yellow goo, same hook bait in the same area. Will the lead play that part? The line, I don't know how, you can't really see it, I don't think, standing at an angle, but that line is going proper tight down into the lake, or as tight as I can get it with the 1 ounce lead. You can't really give too much on a 1 ounce lead because it drags along the bottom, doesn't it? But like I say, the tip bounced, everything worked how I thought it was going to, except no fish there. It's the first time we've not had anything on the end when the rod's gone off, isn't it? So, and the only thing that's changed is the lead size. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Hopefully we can get another bite on that rod before I go today, just to see if the outcome's any different. But for now, I'm going to finish that. I haven't even started it. So I'll see you shortly. Well, fortunately I didn't get any of that on the camera because I was fiddling around on my phone. Seagulls, they're up and about. I've got no bait, bugger off. However, the left hand rod, the lead is swinging. Just had one straight on the paste. So that's happy days, and it's a lovely scaly one. I have unhooked him, have treated him. Let's just have a little check. He fins down. I just want to lift you out quick and show you everyone, because that, look at that scale patterns on that. What a beautiful fish. About £7, maybe 8 at a push. Right, let's get you back, thank you. But that one just comes straight on the paste, so it does work. Anyway, let's let this one go. That is fish number 6 out of bite number 7. Bite 7, 6 fish landed. Solid bag rod, or what was the solid bag rod I should say. And that's now just a big bag rod. Hasn't done anything since I put it out. But paste, the one we put out with just a single on there. You can see I've still got all my little quick change. A spring on there, the paste would mould into it and grip better than that. So yeah, if I was to do that again, I'd use a spring. I wouldn't want to leave that out overnight though, to be honest with you. It's absolutely perfect for like this, casting every hour, couple of hours. But yeah, overnight, no, I don't think he'd wake up to anything other than a bare hook. But we've caught on it, so that is happy days. Let's get this net back in. I'm going to have a think what to do on that rod now, because we've got about an hour left. And yeah, we've got to be out the gate. So I'll bring you back when I've thought about what I'm doing. So I've made a decision. As I've got roughly an hour and 20 minutes left before I need to be sort of packing up to get out the gate, I've pulled all the rods in and I'm going to re-rig them all like this. Okay, this is originally how this rod started. It hasn't changed all day. The PVA swivel clip there, you'll see, with the big stocking on. I've gone back to the flip rig, and we're going to try one of the Amino 16mm hook baits. I've got one there and one there, as you can see. So they're all going to be the same rig. Hooked in, hair can't tangle. And we're going to lace them in the different goos. This one, you'll see I'm starting to get through that. I'm probably down to there already. So, yeah, that's going to get used up quite quick. But I still think that's a sort of Scopex flavour. So we're going to try that in one bag. This is a winter spice. I've caught on this before. But again, I've not shaken it. But can you see it's separated? And then, just check the lid shut. And then just give them a good shake up. And then they mix together. So, yeah, there's obviously different... Like I said before, there's different stuff in them that you have to mix them. So the middle rod will have the winter spice on, the right hand rod will have that one on, which is the sweet nut, and then we're just going to chuck them out all the same. If I get a bite, which hopefully I do, I can try the other one, which is a bloodworm flavour, and we'll just see if we can catch on those 4 before I go. 4 bites in an hour and 20 minutes. Let's do it. So the middle rod's ready to go out. I've not taken the paste off that. It may as well bloody stay on, it's not hurting, but that one's got the winter spice in it. So pop that one there and that one there. We've used those two now. I've got a choice of those two. What goes on the right hand rod? But yeah, that's the middle rod. Let's get it out there. Time for that third and final rod, which is the right hand one. I'm keeping the 1 ounce lead on that because I want a question answered. Did that fish get away with it because of the size of the lead? I don't know. If the same thing happens again, if we get a bite and the same thing happens and I pull into nothing, then I have to sort of accept that light leads are not good. Because if you're not aware how a running setup works, basically a lot of people fish their tips level or in the water, don't they? I fish mine up, but the line's going down, goes through the lead, and as the fish hooks itself and rises up, it's the weight of the lead that's pulling down. You imagine it's like a V, the line's shaped as a V with the lead in it. The lighter the lead, the easier the line can like tighten to be in a straight line. The heavier the lead, the more it's resisting. So even though it's a running lead, there still is resistance due to the lead. Now, because I've put a light lead on, I've reduced the resistance, and I'm wondering, is that how that fish got away with it? Is it my bad angling that's let that fish get away with it? If I had a 3 ounce lead on, would we have had that fish in the net? I don't know. The only way to find out is to put it back out there, you know? So that's what we're going to do. Everything else is the same: hook bait, rig, PVA bag of the pellets, etc. The goo is the sweet nut goo. That's all that's different, is the lead, purely because I want to find out. So I'm hoping if we only get 1 bite for the rest of this video, it's on the bloody right hand one, because I want to see the outcome. Anyway, let me get it out there and stop wasting time. Here we go then. We've got 1 hour left. I've just looked on my phone. So an hour to get a bloody fish, preferably on the right hand rod. Up to now, I think from what I've seen, I'm the only one who's had a fish. I think I've been quite lucky. I haven't really seen anyone do anything. The fact that people have packed up and gone home because it's gone that quiet, I think, yeah, just getting one was lucky. Really nice scaly one as well, you know, and on the paste. So that means a lot getting it on that paste, because it was starting to worry me a bit, thinking, hang on a minute, you haven't had a bite since you switched to paste. But then nobody had had a bite, and out the blue, bang, we're there. So that's dealt with that. Now what I'm trying to deal with is this lead arrangement. The fact that the right hand one is a 1 ounce and the left and middle are 2 ounce leads, does it make a difference? I'm going to say yes, because the left and middle rod they've had paste wrapped around them. I reckon probably 1 ounce of paste. So I'm still fishing my usual 3 ounces of lead, which I normally use a 3 ounce flat swivel pair. A lot of people know that if you've seen any previous vids. So the left and middle have still been fished with the same weight out there as what I normally use, whereas I've swapped this to a 1 ounce. I've got a third of the usual resistance of how I believe a running lead setup works, and the first and only take I've had on it, there's been nothing there. Pulled into fresh air, you know. So it'd be nice to get a bite on that right hand rod again, and if I'm honest, the same outcome happens, because then I can write it straight off and think, right, you don't put 1 ounce lead on a running setup anymore, and that's it, it's answered it, you know. So as stupid as it sounds, I hope I catch one and lose it, because it answers it really, really quickly, and I don't make that mistake again, and hopefully you lot watching don't do the same one either. If I get a fish and we get a really secure hook hold, then I've either got to put it down to I was unlucky or I've been lucky, you know. So yeah, it's not often in fishing that the best outcome on a rod is for the fish to come off or to not even hook itself. Anyway, sounds madness. So I'm going to bugger off, tidy some bits away, see how the last hour goes, and hopefully bring you back with a fish in the net. Let's take a look at that sky. Unfortunately, it's that time of the day. Start packing up. It's just gone 3:30. I think there's one person to my left who's left, and the 2 lads to my right. Everybody else has already packed up and gone home. I've given it the best chance I possibly can. The right hand one I'm going to leave out till last, so I'm going to get nets folded up, both rods pulled in, all that stuff tidied away. Just leave one net, one rod out till the absolute last minute I can, just to see if anything happens. But to be honest, yeah, it's like I was mentioned earlier, I think I've been very lucky to get one this afternoon to start with. So you can just see, if we walk down and have a little look at that sky, look at it, it looks awful, doesn't it? It's a nice picture though. Anyway, I'll see you shortly, most likely for an outro. I really cannot leave it any longer. I've literally done everything I possibly can. We've got the net, a mat and a rod left. That's it. Everything else is packed away. It's time to get that last one in, spin round and do the old outro. Sadly, that brings me to the end of what's been a really fun and enjoyable session here. You know, it's been a long time since I've spent a day doing a video here, sort of allowing the whole day to make one long video, which I'm going to do that again more often in the future, because it's been fun, it's been more relaxed. So yeah, there will be some longer videos from here at some point coming out again. But before I go, I just want to say again to you, thank you for supporting the channel in whatever way and for however long that you have. It is all down to you on where I'm at. And to be fair, I'm a year old, or just over a year. I started in December 2024. To be over the 3k mark in the first year it's awesome. You know, I was hoping 2,000. I thought maybe I set the bar too high. I'm way past that, and that's all down to you lot. So honestly, from me, genuinely, I do mean it. Thank you very much, and that's why I say it in every video, because it is really important that I say it, because I don't want people thinking, oh, he doesn't care, because I genuinely do. So honestly, from me, thanks very much. As for the channel, this upcoming year, there's going to be a lot of new venues visited. I don't know, I don't want to give too much away, but I've already sort of planned out quite a bit of the year what's happening. So yeah, it's going to be a good year for not only my fishing, but hopefully for the channel as well. So hopefully you enjoy that. And as for 2026, genuinely hope you all have an awesome fishing season. You know, hope you catch the fish you want, etc. And yeah, we'll just keep seeing how it goes. Hope the channel grows, hope you stick with it, etc. And we all get a few fish on the bank. But from me, again, thanks very much. Happy New Year. See you on the next one.